sometimes I think I could easily be a distant relative of the Addams Family from the TV show. But again, as I said, I love the unusual, and this account certainly qualifies. This is about a guitar, this guitar. It's not fancy, it's not expensive, but a very well used one. And someone enjoyed playing this over the years, as it has a lot of wear on it. A lot of personal energy was expended on this musical device. Now in a moment, I'm going to play for you a video that I shot the other day with my buddy Gil Albert. And you see, he had a most unusual experience with this guitar's case. And in fact, he wanted it out of his house because he didn't want to use the word frightened, but it frightened him. And so he brought it to me, knowing of my love for all things unusual and strange. The guitar was found by Gil, my son David and myself. We were given permission to sort through a mountain of items that were being thrown out to the curbside from a house that had been occupied for decades by an elderly couple who were hoarders. And it was being cleaned out. And the guys doing the cleaning told us to take whatever we wanted, as long as we didn't make a mess. Well, we found some amazing and valuable pieces tossed out. We're delighted to get them. I was very happy to get them. This is one of the pieces I got. 1970s Happy Face cookie jar, but what was inside of it shocked me. It was packed full of Kennedy half dollars, quarters, and wadded up $2 bills. None of it was collectible money, so it was still spendable money. It was really nice to find, and the guys didn't want it. But one find Gil made, I did not understand why he was taking it, and that of course is the subject of this video, the guitar. And so I am going to play for you now the video that I shot a few days ago with Gil right here in my basement, and then I'll return, talk to you a little bit more about this very beloved guitar. Okay, Gil, tell me about
I'll tell you about this.
the guitar case.
I'll tell you first of all, I'm not a believer in ghosts. I don't believe in that crap. I haven't seen anything yet like that stuff, but I'm not naive enough where I don't believe it can be true.
Okay.
This is the encounter I had last night when it was about midnight.
Well, first, where did the guitar come from? You don't know
Where the
anything.
trash we went through was
Okay.
personal belongings, and Dave was mentioning, well, maybe that noise you heard was something of the new personal belongings that you got from the trash.
Yeah.
And this guitar has been used for hundreds and hundreds of hours, got all kinds of wear on it. So I'm in my bed. I just got up and I had a cigarette and went back to bed, and it was about midnight, and I'm laying down trying to fall back to sleep, and all of a sudden I hear chunk, 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 chunk. And I spin out of bed and get up because I want to go hear where it's coming from, and it happened like 6 chunks. And by the time I got to the edge of my bed, it stopped, so I sat there and waited and never heard it again. So then today Dave was telling me about that. It might be a personal item that's someone that you brought in your house if you didn't hear that noise before or whatever. And I'm looking around the table and I don't see anything that would make it, I don't know. And then look at the guitar hanging off the edge of the table, and I said, oh, the guitar. And this here, and I always shut shit. You know, I don't leave something half open, was half a jar like that. And then I took it and I went, damn. And I went like this. That was the noise I heard. That was the exact sound that I heard last night at midnight. It was just like 6 of them in a row. That was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, what?
Cool. Show me the wear on the guitar.
So yeah, I see that open, and right away I'm thinking, okay, now I believe in ghosts, right? Don't I know? Because I didn't see nothing. This is something I heard, you know. But like I said before, I'm not naive enough where I'm not gonna disbelieve it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Totally. Even though I don't believe it, I just can't totally go with it, you know.
Right.
Yeah, the wear on this is tremendous. Look how many times the thing was open and shut. The cases wore off right there. And then you take it and you got all this wear here where a couple strings are missing on it. All this wear here. Tons of wear on the back of it. So hundreds of hours were put into this thing. Someone put a lot of time, someone's life was, you know, most of their life was playing this guitar.
So a lot of personal energy could be
attached to it. A lot of
attached
personal
to it.
energy could be in there, yeah. That's the word you're looking for, yeah.
What's the paper in there?
It's just for new strings, Martin strings.
Oh, okay.
So, with that in mind, I'm thinking, okay, I'm gonna get rid of it. I tried selling it, I couldn't sell it. Nobody wanted it. It wasn't too bad a shape. No one wanted to recondition it, even though it could be reconditioned. So I brought it over to Dennis's house here, asked him if he wanted it, because I don't want it in the house. Because I don't want to hear that noise again. Hopefully I don't. If I do, then I can, you know, say it wasn't the guitar. But I was ready to put it in the curb if you don't want it. You know?
Right. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Interestingly, Gil is not the kind of person easily shaken by things. But even though he has a happy look in that video that you just saw as he's talking, that was mostly from nerves. But let me tell you my impressions of the piece after having it here for a few days. This guitar right here, I have had items that when I picked up that you could feel an energy radiating from them. This item seems to have an energy about it, but of kindness, and I'm sure that the person who played it frequently was a kind person. As used, it appears to have been the person obviously loved music, but there's nothing on the case or on this guitar that would indicate who owned it or how old it is. Though I get the feeling it's probably late 1950s, early 1960s. Now the white plastic on the front here has some stickers on it. It had more, as you could see, from the glue residue, but they've come off over the years. When I strum the guitar, the strings seem to have a rich sound to it, a nice deep bass. And I believe it is constructed of maple. Looking at the back, I believe it's maple. And there are 2 strings missing. But what else can I really tell you? It's an average guitar that got a lot of use. And I'm happy to have it in my collection here. I don't play guitar. Unfortunately, I wish I did. Never learned to. I couldn't get my fingers to work right. Anyways, what else can I tell you though? As you saw in the video clip with Gil, he claimed that he found the guitar one morning after he'd heard one of the closures on it being open and closed, toyed with. It was closed when he went to bed, but in the morning after hearing the sounds of the closures, he found that one was left halfway open. Very unlike Gil. Gil does not leave things halfway. He just doesn't. So what caused this? It does not seem to be something easily explained by conventional means. I don't know why it would happen. I've kept the guitar close to me since Gil brought it to me, and the phenomenon has not repeated itself. However, I do believe Gil about what happened. I have no doubt about it. I have mixed feelings about houses and things being haunted, though. But then if it's not haunted, what would cause the phenomenon we see in a lot of so-called haunted houses? Well, we know that we as human beings are very electrical, and our nerves, the function of our minds, our heart, and I do believe that items used extensively by someone and loved by a person, or in some cases hated, can indeed absorb the energy that person gives off. How many times was the latch opened and closed? I mean, over those years, maybe thousands, absorbing residual energy probably each time. I'm sorry. Certainly, such manifestations can startle and they can frighten. Now, I've owned pieces like that over the years. I mean, I did avocational archaeology for many years, many years. And the Native Americans had a different mindset spiritually. And there were a few artifacts that had some mysterious circumstances connected with them. They were found in under my dad and mom's backyard in Escoda, Michigan. The yard contained many artifacts from the middle and late woodland periods, thus going back possibly several thousands of years. I found one stone that very strangely, in that it would get symbols that would appear and disappear on it. So I will put a link in the description to let you know, so you can take a look at that one. It's one of the most fascinating experiences in my life. The enigmatic Escoda image stone, and then a second one I'll try to remember to put on there is the disappearing Indian elders, both 2 of the most unique and unusual experiences that I personally have ever had. But anyways, places and things I believe can and do pick up energy, and that is my convenient explanation for an item like this. So this guitar will stay with David and I will be sure to update you if anything else happens with it. But I'm glad to have it here, and I'm glad that you were here, and I look forward to being back with you all real soon, God willing. I love each and every one of you very much, and remember to keep a happy face on all the day long. God bless you. See you soon.